Right, yeah. Part two of Patrice and Dr. Z. Yeah, within the first 20 minutes, the kind of breakdown has already begun, really. But yeah, let's go.
Desire.
Perfect
That's what your
object.
job is.
So that's a lot more demands. All we want you guys to do
I want
is
a shiny watch,
show
not
up.
a scruffy one. All we want you to do is not
That's
be scruffy.
way more demands than we don't want anything from you. We don't care if you're bald. We don't care. I talk about appearance. We are not shallow. We don't care if you don't, if you don't shave. We don't have any of those. We have to shave your legs for you. We have to look perfect. We have to diet for you.
Yeah, everything she said is about looks. She's basically saying what she's saying is that women don't care about looks, but there's some truth to that, and men do. But like, women care about a whole lot more than just what the man looks like.
Makeup, wear lingerie. How many demands is that?
Enunciate. Okay, enunciate. This is your book.
This is my
Here's
book.
what we're ready. Oh, good. Here it is.
Who
Here
wants
it is.
the guy who mumbles?
Top 10 worst physical. But here's the thing. We should a mumbling guy. Because here's the thing. Even though you're a doctor, I'm sharing with you the animal. Just because you're a doctor doesn't make you any sexier. Any sexier as a woman being a doctor as it does.
You're very wrong.
Yeah, 2 sold-out shows.
Sorry about
what? No, go.
No,
I just found your perfect one.
How can she say that you're like what Patrice just said then is true? Nothing else, no job a woman does is attractive to a man. The amount of money she makes is not attractive to a man. Her intelligence level is not really that attractive to a man. Like, and then she turns around and says, "Oh, it is." How can you say you're a woman? How are you gonna say to a man, "No, me being a doctor is sexy to men"? I'm a man. I'm telling you, it isn't. Men really don't care about men can fall in love with a girl who's never even done a shift at McDonald's, let alone a doctor. Do you know what I mean? It just is what it is.
By the way, I want to give you the Adam and Eve's pussy. Here you go.
And you can control that completely.
All right, so
fair enough.
AdamEve.com.
No,
This is why we lose. You fucking talk to her, and you try to see her tits. Go ahead.
Thank you.
This is why we fucking lose, and we should be winning. Give me that. This is Patrice's name. That's what Patrice's name is. Fake pussy. Fair enough. That's what we do. We don't call him out because we love pussy. But the fact is, after the pussy, then what?
Then
Fair
what?
enough.
All right, then what after the pussy? What are you getting at, Patrice?
Nothing.
No,
I'm
I'm
going to look at fake. Let me touch this.
I was joking. It's a quick joke just to lighten the room up a little bit.
It don't need lighting up.
All right, so wait. After the pussy, then what are you getting at?
After we do our job.
Then you're in hell after that?
No, after we do our job.
And get the pussy.
And get what we
Shut
try to
up,
get initially.
OP.
Some of us try to pretend we're looking for love, but no guy goes out and goes, "Listen, fellas, let's go. Hey, Fan, Opie, everybody, let's get together because let's all go out and find love." It doesn't happen. We go out and search for a certain thing. That's what we're built to do, is hunt for that. The other thing, if it happens, it happens. But it shouldn't happen because we get pussy. I shouldn't. That's like, that it's like going fishing on a fishing boat, right? All the things you have to do, you buy the bait, you go out in the ocean, you find a perfect spot, you fish, you catch this big thing on the fucking hook, you get this giant tuna, and you're like, holy shit, look what I did.
Look what I
Then you throw the tuna back in the water, and then the fucking fish jumps back in the boat.
Yeah, I don't get him at all.
And goes, "I love you." You know, motherfucker.
It's not funny.
You.
Guys love to pretend they're
Catch
not
and
looking
release.
for love, right?
Patrice is all about the
what
catch and release.
statistics shows that men fall in love a lot faster than women do on the first date. These are statistics on psychological studies. Men are
Yeah, but that's true. But that's because of men is only one thing. Men can fall in love with just one look. Like you can literally see it happen. But yeah, with women, women do. They just don't be as obvious with it. Like, even if they like someone, there's still things you've got to pass before you get to the next level. But for a man, it really, like I say, a man could fall in love with a homeless girl that just is attractive. Do you know what I mean?
Times more likely to
reject.
kill themselves after romantic breakup. Women get over romantic breakup a lot quicker. Men live longer.
But that's because men, like, for example, women are more likely to self-harm, whereas men are actually more likely to go through. And that is, women's rage is internalized. Men's is externalized. So, like, that's why men are more likely to murder someone or attack someone or lash out around them, whereas women are far more likely to cut themselves or do some self-harming thing, as typically. So to say that men normally top themselves after a relationship doesn't mean nothing, because men are normally more likely to go through all the way with it, whereas women are more likely to self-harm.
Marriages than those who are not. So statistics shows that men are much better off when they're in love.
I think
But they
Patrice
go
would
around,
say
but
that.
they like to
I
say
reject that.
these are
Yeah.
statistics. You
I just
cannot
reject it.
reject. You
I
can
reject
reject anything you
statistics.
want, but I'm trying to tell
How
you
many
these
people?
are.
No, it is statistics, but you're drawing your own conclusion from them statistics rather than actually looking at what the statistics is based on. And like I say, the statistics is based on that men actually will go through with it. Women tend to not. Like, yeah, it just that's the statistic, but it's not based off of because they've broken up with someone. Do you know what I mean? It can be anything that makes a man do it. That may be it, but there's many things. But yeah, you're using statistics to like, you've got the statistics, and then you're saying, oh, because of that, men are more happier than women being in love. It's like, no, you're adding that. It's not, statistics aren't, so this says this. Statistics are, this is what the statistics are. Like, that all the statistic is that, yeah, men kill themselves more.
Studies.
100
Oh
studies.
no, these are studies.
You can't tell. You gotta
Documented
study.
studies.
You gotta study. It's a. See,
You know, this is men love to walk around and say, "Oh, we don't want love. We don't want love," but
we
statistics show
don't
they do.
because we get love easy. Once I fuck you, you love me.
I don't know. It's not so easy.
Why do you think a guy would be more depressed?
Women are very
after
conditional about their love.
Why do you think a guy would be more depressed after a breakup than a woman? Why do you think so?
Exactly.
Why
do you
I
think so? Yeah.
Because it's women have social networks. You know what? They talk to their girlfriends. They
No.
move on a lot faster.
No.
Guys dwell
No.
on stuff. They don't
Because a
express
woman
emotions.
could go out
That's exactly what I was going to say, what Anthony's about to say, because a woman can go and get it. It might not be the person you want, but women are never lonely in that regard like a man is. Like, for a man, you can go out dressed up, looking your best, and still come home with nothing. That is not going to happen if you're a female. But also, that's not true that women have a better friend group than men. That's like not true. You will see typically in a relationship that the man has a lot of friends, whereas as women don't. But women are more social. But yeah, it's. I see a good analysis talk about that where they said, when boys play games, like they play sports or games where there's a competitive thing. So say if you're playing a game of, like, if America basketball with each other, within that group of friends, you can argue within the context of the competing for the game. You can get really annoyed and keep it within the context of the game, and that argument does not ruin the game because it's the competing of the game that you're there to do. You're all playing the game. Whereas girls don't typically have the competition in their games. They play families and whatever. But that's when the social element is the reason they're gathering. Whereas with men, the thing they're doing is the reason they're gathering. So they can argue there because they're there doing the thing they're doing. Whereas with girls, it is the social thing is just a social thing. So when there is an argument, they don't talk to each other and it gets all very catty and yeah. And it's so true. How many times have you, like, say, we used to play football all the time when I was younger. The amount of fights I've had with mates and still been mates afterwards because they failed you a bit rough or whatever reason. Do you know what I mean? But you're still friends because it's within the yeah.
Night.
Yeah.
And have a dick. And the guy has to search around, and maybe at 4 in the morning, he's fucking drunk and going home to jerk off because he didn't get anything. And then the next night, the girl can go out and get another dick. And the guy...
well, whatever reason they get depressed. Yeah, but the reason that you're saying is the wrong reason. You're putting your female spin on something that's... You're not thinking about what a man is thinking. You're thinking about what you would be feeling afterwards and applying it to statistics and all that. Yeah, nah. For whatever reason, they get more depressed.
And has to go out and work his ass off to try to get...
Why do they kill each other? Why are they 3 times more? Why do guys kill each other all the time?
I am so
each other?
tired of vaginas
over pussy.
adding up to your whole life.
Why are they dueling over
Anthony,
that?
Anthony, you're a famous
Pussy's
millionaire.
great.
A famous millionaire.
Yeah.
But a fucking loser could fuck you because she has a pussy. A fucking loser. Like a woman who has nothing extra except for vagina can fucking feel like she's at your level. Do you understand? You're not at the social status, the thinking status. You don't have friends. First of all, women don't have friends with each other. That's why you want to hang around us all the time, because we're better at being friends. Do you know any information about your friends that could, like, ruin their lives? Their lives. No.
Yes, we do.
Really? You
As a
could
matter
destroy.
of fact-
You could destroy one of your girlfriend's lives.
Absolutely.
Do it. Let's see it.
Women talk about...
Which woman?
Yeah, women talk. That's a true thing. Women talk a lot better than men. Men can have a lot of friends, and like I say all the time, I've got friends. I don't think I've ever asked them how they are, or if they're all right, or anything like that, because you just don't. Because even if they are feeling the type of way, like even if they are feeling down, if I said to one of my mates, "How you feeling?" You'd be like, "What's the matter with you? You getting a bit funny or what?" Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how it would be perceived. Like, so yeah, women talk about things, but in terms of actually having friends, then yeah, nah.
Guys, it's about... The women talk to each other more than guys
Would
do.
you
by far
hide
more.
a gun for your girlfriend if she committed a murder?
Women talk
Yeah.
more than men.
I would.
She knows that. See, I mean, let me tell you why she's good. She knows
hit
the
a gun?
man. She knows in case I might need my bitch to hide a gun. Might. But she knows, she's smart enough to know the guy answer to this. But you could feel this right here. She's a little bit annoyed with her own life, because this is what I'm saying. And this is, she cut me off on this.
I gotta agree. I think more like a guy.
Dr. Z. Doctor.
I think more like a guy, I have to admit.
You can't think like a guy.
100 dicks.
Just because she's stuck with...
She's had 100
I'm freaking I'm telling you, I had, you know,
had a lot of dick.
What does
She
she
has had Patrice.
You gotta give her
Let's
that.
at least be in agreement that she's had a lot of
Patrice,
dicks.
she's had a lot of dicks.
Her,
A lot of dicks.
her having
Hundreds.
100 dicks
She said hundreds.
is as easy as you eating these bag of chips with. Like, it's no big
You
deal.
know
I
what?
understand
My
that. I
sister
agree.
and I had a...
And also, she's got no idea what it's like to be a man. She's thinking maybe I know what it's like to be a hotshot man where women throw themselves at. You got no idea what it's like to be, say, let's say for American standards, a guy who's a lumberjack. He's out in the woods all day. He got a big gut. He's hairy. He goes down the pub. Do you think any women is looking at him? He walks in a place and no one... Like, you do not know what that is like. I've seen the picture of you. You walk in a place and everyone goes, damn. 99.999999% of men do not know what that's like and have never experienced that in their life, and they never will. They never will. Right? Yeah.
A competition who would have more.
More dicks?
What
Yeah,
competition is that? That's
Oh,
like
a great
Are you
competition.
guys
like
gonna
a
have
you know
that
what that
again?
is? A
Is that
hot dog eating
It's a
competition.
great
Did
competition.
you guys have a dick sucking contest?
This is not impressive.
Not dick sucking. What?
This
That's
is not.
impressive. I'm
It's
sorry.
not impressive.
She's wearing me down.
Because
now.
you know why it's not impressive?
She said 100.
Because she could suck 1,000. She only sucked 100.
But Patrice, we
lazy.
want to hear about the 100 that she did suck.
She's wearing us down a little bit. I gotta
And
be
you're
honest.
right.
Where are you now?
Hey,
Oh, okay.
I
100
wanted,
dicks.
you know what? Because all these experts
Competition with
write
her hot
about
sister.
techniques I wanted to have also a personal perspective, not just a theoretical, but a clinical perspective on things.
How many?
So you did it for science.
I did it for science. I wanted to know what it's like. I wanted to have the variety.
Wait, I
So,
wanna
empirical approach.
Hold on, I
want
to say this subtly. So you've had hundreds of dicks. How do I put this? Like how many dicks have you had in your asshole?
You got to be more
I'm
straightforward,
more
I think, than
selective
that.
about that. That's one of the things you reward your man for
More than
special
10?
behavior, special reinforcement.
10?
This is all bing, bing,
A
bing
couple.
buzz. You reward your man with asshole.
Yeah.
Women make me sick. Are you fucking out your mind?
You know what it is?
You
It's like
reward
shaping
him.
an animal
You
in
reward.
circus.
You're rewarding us with the stink
It's
hole.
shaping
Thank
an
you.
animal. It's really coming out
That's
now.
what it
It's
is.
shaping an animal. Thank
But-
you.
hey.
She let me fuck her in her asshole.
That's how you do
did.
it. That's
you
how
did good. You took the garbage out all week, mowed the lawn. Here's my
book,
stink hole.
This attitude is for cornballs.
Yeah.
This is for cornballs who are goofy.
Why would you think the arse is any more special than the actual? Like, why would you be more selective with your arse than the place where the actual magic baby making happens, where your child is going to come out of one day, or with your mouth, the mouth that kisses your grandparents, the mouth that is going to kiss your children goodnight? Why are you more frivolous with them two, which are way more personal and used for a lot more things? Why is that I'll do anything but my bum special? Where I shit, that's special.
Goofy guys.
But this is what
Goofy guys.
guys
This
could
is for
do to
goofy guys.
women. They can shave
Oh, you
them
got me
too,
roses for
and that's what I
Valentine's Day.
talk about
That's
in my
not
book.
your
even.
reward.
Yeah,
My
you shave your
stink
balls.
hole.
It's fine. It's fine to shave your balls, but we're talking about why your
sorry.
asshole's a prize.
Yeah, I don't look
You
at
can-
it as
you
a
can-
prize. I look at it as maybe.
That's not a
It's
prize.
kind of a
Maybe
prize.
as
I
another
recently
whole-
I look
had
at
it.
it as variety,
Exactly.
but not a prize.
Women have
I
three
recently
holes.
had it. I thought it was a bit of a prize. I felt like
Yeah.
I had won something.
It's a prize.
Why is that
you gotta
mouth and
present
pussy
it as
hole
a
different
prize.
from the asshole? The lower intestine was there. It's just another hole to shove your knuckle in. It's just complete. You're a bunch of holes. That's what women are. Just three holes.
Well, and I
Three holes. Basically, that's what
With
it
a
is.
shelf
Is that in the
Elected
book?
special
How to get
hole.
women? Just saying you're a bunch
yeah.
of holes. Is that?
Oh well, no,
holes.
but I do talk in the book about how to get anal and why and how most women
All right,
actually
how do
most
you get
women
anal?
love it.
Spit on
most
your asshole.
women
Hold on, hold
love
on.
it.
I'm going to control this a little bit, or at
Okay,
least
all right.
attempt to. How does one get yours or another woman's asshole?
And if we could come back to the fucking competition with you
Yeah,
and your sister,
yeah.
do that later. But
yeah,
first,
TJ and I are on the same page.
Sure.
So how do you
sure.
get asshole?
Subtle psychological techniques to get asshole.
Gonna kill Patrice.
Jedi mind tricks.
Hold on, Patrice. Let her talk
Let me
for
just
30
tell you-
I'm
seconds.
shutting the fuck up.
Let me
Because
fuck
I
you
get
in the
serious
ass.
about this fucking shit. It's just.
All right, hold on. Let her.
I'm sorry. Go
Let
ahead.
her finish
I'm sorry.
her
No
thought.
problem. No problem.
Give
man.
me 40 seconds.
I swear more
40
than that. I'm
seconds.
sorry.
All
I
right,
apologize.
Dr.
Let me
Zed.
just say,
How do you get the asshole?
Patrice saying "Let me fuck you in the ass" is not going to get him any ass.
I like shutting
And
the
I'm
fuck
wondering
up.
how much.
Patrice
I'm
is-
wondering how much he's
just
actually
silently
gotten.
saying,
How much ass
What?
he's actually. I'm wondering how much ass he's actually gotten in his lifetime.
Oh, you're
I'm
talking
really.
to the wrong guy.
I'm
Patrice
really
is
wondering.
is the man.
And the kind of ass.
He's
It's
the
also
potato
about.
chips now.
It's also about the quality. It's not about the.
And that is the like go-to as well. She's getting on my nerves now. She's getting on my nerves because she's talking about something you don't know nothing about and you've never had to think about. But you're going around like you're some expert about it. And Opie's getting on my nerves. And whoever that other div in there is getting on my nerves. Keep bumping in and going, oh, I want to see. Like, I am so on Patrice's side in this. Like, this is why relationships don't work with me, because I can't listen to where you're saying, I know what it's, you don't know what it's like to be a man. And you're going around trying to, yeah. She's starting to wind me up. I'm going to have In fact, I'm having a break now because she's getting on my nerves, and so is OP, and so is that other div. But Patrice is on point. I'm so on Patrice's side. I understand exactly what I feel you, bro. I feel you. But yeah, I need a break. 2 seconds. Yeah, so I just got to say this. She's already pulled out that I bet you don't even get girls. This is what Patrice is talking about, that she's a doctor. And she's where she's not having a guy who's just sitting there lapping it up because she's hot. She's having someone a doctor is already resorting to, I bet you don't even get girls. I bet you by the time we get to the end, the gay thing comes. You're probably gay and don't even like women. I bet you. She's already hitting with the, bet you don't even, I wonder how many asses she's actually got. It's like, you're a doctor. Like, you can get that same argument, like I say, off a girl who's never even been to school. It'll be that same argument. Like, this is where, let's just go. I'm going to try not to pause, but yeah.
Patrice is the king of Scotland when it comes to pussy.
Oh, yeah.
No, how do you get the asshole, though? So you got to go baby steps?
Yeah, exactly.
You got to fight back here. I'm trying to help you out. How do you get the asshole?
I don't look at it as a fight. I don't see what I'm fighting against. Yeah, I mean, I'm just.
Yeah.
This is not impressing me.
Because women don't need to.
Wait, but
they could just say,
the weekend's
here's what
upon
you need
us,
to
and
have
a lot
an
of guys
asshole.
want to get the asshole this weekend.
Yeah,
what do we do?
If a guy, okay, let's say a guy
First
has
of all,
just this weekend, because you talk a lot about doing this quickly, right? That's a big part of the book, getting done quickly.
No, not necessarily quickly. Yeah, something you're not going to get quickly unless this is the woman who gives up ass to everyone, and I don't think you want that kind of woman.
But if you just had 2 days,
the one that's
just 2 days,
fucks 100 guys, yeah, that kind of woman. This, but it's not on her.
Patrice?
All fucking women are this fucking hypocritical and retarded.
Let her finish.
Those dirty asshole bitches.
I really want to know. People are taking notes out there.
Sorry, go ahead.
All right.
And people,
All right.
no one is getting any ass this weekend. They're just going to have, when they have sex, they're going to have your voice in the back of their head.
She's going to have an aneurysm before we find out how to get asshole.
Zero. Right.
Nothing. Dr. Z, how do we get asshole?
Well, you know what? Patrice is not helping. He's getting guys less pussy rather than more.
Yeah, bro, of course.
Because this kind of approach is going to turn women off. But that's what this is for.
Patrice, no offense, Patrice, I love you all the world, but you are a big, fat, ugly motherfucker, but he gets girls. That's the guy you listen to. You don't listen to the insanely hot female telling you how to get females, like she's ever been in a position of being an unattractive, unappealing male. Patrice absolutely has. Yeah, but this is another thing. What she just said there about what Patrice called her out on, the dirty, give arse out all the time girls. I saw a policeman say when on rape cases, the defendant's lawyer will tell them to pick as many female jury members as they can, because in rape cases, men prosecute and women acquit. And he's like, I know that feminists will be against that, but it's true. And he's like, because the lawyer defending the rapist knows that women look at them as kind of sluts and blah, blah, whereas men are more likely to prosecute rape cases than women jury members. So yeah, what Patrice picked up on there is an actual real thing that lawyers use to their advantage to get people off of rape cases.
This is for
you fucked 100
guys.
guys. Did they all do the same thing to get you? They were all men. You didn't fuck some guys on the first night?
They all had to qualify.
Of course.
Exactly.
They had to imply all their hard work to get your twat.
No,
not
at all.
They did.
But they had to offer me some value, some interest.
Of course.
Something. They didn't come up to me and say, let me fuck you.
Of course not. But what did they do? Dinner, movie?
Oh boy, we're not going to find out
not necessarily
about
that.
I mean, I am just wanting to hear.
Sorry,
I just need to know.
Let me.
You have to write the book.
All weekend we've got. We're gonna.
I enjoy the Patrice angle.
Patrice.
I'm listening.
All right, just listen for a minute. You're losing your mind.
To fucking cut people, but this is horseshit. This is more vaginal horse.
Well, let me listen to you. No, I want to hear Patrice's approach. No, I want to hear his approach.
No, talk us through.
What is his recommendation for scoring with women?
Will you get us some asshole now?
Because right now, all he gave us is how not to get any pussy and why pussy means nothing. I want to know his approach. What is his advice to a guy to score with a woman? Here is a woman in a bar. How do you score with her? I want to know.
I don't have
advice
on
Well, exactly. You don't have advice. All you have is just angry bitch and complain.
We'll go back to the
It's just angry bullshit. That's all it is.
There you go. That's the real shit. There I go. There you go. I like that. That's what I want. The real shit. Your emotional horseshit. Because that's what you all are. Emotional
Where's that emotional?
You are in your vagina.
I am very calm. You are getting emotional.
Because I take it very seriously.
You're the one who's getting very emotional.
You qualified your shithole. Women that give up their shithole as less better than you because all you do is fuck 100 guys with your pussy, but you're very careful with the shithole.
We were this
close. The shithole is less important. You know how you get the asshole? You eat the pussy, lick the asshole, and it feels good. Then you put a finger in it, and then the bitch wants to do something. Want to know how you pee on your girl? In the shower. Want to know how to get her to suck your dick? Slap her in the face with it. This is what's wrong with you. You direct too many of your movies. Open up. That's what the fuck you do.
All right. Well, I guess
fuck you don't know. You're the fucky. How you gonna tell me how to fuck you?
We actually
you get fucked.
We haven't. So the question has been answered, Dr. Z, and thank you for coming in today.
Dr. Z, do you agree with Patrice's approach on the asshole?
Patrice's book is considerably shorter than yours.
Yeah.
It's more of a pamphlet.
Right.
Yeah, I would see that.
Would you agree with that as far as how to get the asshole?
No.
No? Well, how do you get the asshole?
Well, then you'll just have to read my book, Dr. Z.
No, don't cop out.
What chapter?
Don't cop out with
I'll
that,
read it.
Dr. Z.
Well, what,
Let's see what's how to get
here's what I want to know. So it's while he's reading, I think we've got about 20 seconds before he starts yelling at you again.
Talking about emotional.
So
get emotional because when do guys get to be? When do we get to be fucking emotional?
We want you to be emotional. We want you to
much
express
losers
it,
you guys are. You are fucking losers trying to make here's what you're trying to do. Have a man and have a woman at the fucking same time. We're men. We're better than you.
We want a guy. We don't want a woman. We don't want a wussy guy.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
A non-wussy guy is better than you.
If you had 2 days to have anal sex, how would you do that?
Oh, very good.
Can you do it?
Can
you do it in about 20 seconds before Patrice goes back into?
Yeah, you got 20 seconds to get us some asshole this weekend.
You know,
please.
you said you talk about doing things quickly in the book. You're gonna have to do it quickly on this show.
Yeah.
How do you do it? I'm asking you.
It has to do with conditioning. So basically, you have to condition things that she likes, and most women like clitoral stimulation, with anal stimulation. So what you do is you pair. It's a Pavlovian conditioning. You pair one response with the other.
So you give them some food when you're licking their clit. Is that right?
What she's saying is what you do with Pavlovian conditioning was for dogs. Get that through your head. Yeah. You Pavlovian condition your girl into giving you ass. Like the reason, like Pavlovian condition is like, if every day I press a buzzer and give a dog a treat, when I press the buzzer, the dog will start drooling because he knows there's a treat coming. Pavlovian conditioning. You can do that with a, and she's on. More annoying me than her, to be fair. The more annoying thing than women is the OPs and the other guys in the room. They are the enemy. Like, not women. Women are what women are. But it's them guys.
Ring the bell, they salivate, you shove your dick in their mouth. There it is. Come on. Pavlov's dog, here he comes. Get some peanut butter, rub
you
it on
go
your
down
balls.
on her while stimulating her, and you pair the two responses.
You pair them together?
Yeah, and
condition
the things that you like.
Condition her to know that she doesn't really have a choice in what you like sexually. Do you understand? It trickles down from you. They don't know. The only thing they know.
You're saying you can get a woman to do anything you want.
You don't negotiate with
tell that. So this is actually interesting because it sounds like you guys are saying the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too.
I think you're on the same page.
Oh,
but Patrice, I think you right there. I think.
Of course. Go
By
ahead.
sticking your dick in.
No, I didn't say that.
Time you
I
meet
didn't say
her.
that. I didn't say that. But why shouldn't you fuck her in the ass the first time as opposed to the pussy the first time? I don't get it.
Good question, doctor.
Why? Because most women are defensive about that, and most women are uncomfortable.
And you know
with that.
why? Most women, because you make up your own movie that stars you as me, stars you as the director, you're the producer.
No.
Stop doing, they don't know what they like. Anytime you fuck a girl, anytime you fuck a girl and she tells you what she likes, that means she likes it because some other dude did it. And she goes, oh, I like that. But you don't have an explorative mind where you go, you know what? I wonder what it's like. If it wasn't for the fact a guy tried to fuck you in your ass, you wouldn't go, boy, I want to get fucked in my ass. We bring everything to you. Your whole idea is based on you want to be a man. You think like a man because thinking like a woman is so fucking awful. That's why you think like a man.
Well, so why you never answer my question? Why majority of transvestites and transsexuals?
Your question. How about the 17 questions you didn't fucking answer?
Oh, you didn't ask me any question. This is a monologue.
10 hours they've been asking you how
this is a monologue.
Monologue.
I answered your question. The majority of men aren't well, like I said, they are now, but the majority of men aren't transsexual. So you're taking a very small percentage saying, why are all transsexuals men? You'd have a point if you were saying, why are all men transsexual then? But you're not saying that. You're talking about a very, very small percentage of the male population and using that to somehow explain the male population that aren't involved in that small percentage, which is just like ridiculous.
Little bit.
This is a monologue. I'm just listening.
Very, very fair.
Transvestites aren't indicative of all men.
You're absolutely
That's
right,
very
Dr.
small.
Z. Monologue, and let me shut the fuck up. I'm going to smack myself to tell me shut the fuck
It's
up.
like the Cavaliers playing the Bobcats.
You bring up this transvestite thing.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
You bring up the transvestite
He's
thing.
saying that women, that women don't want to be women, that it sucks being women, that it's so great to be a guy. So I'm asking you why then all of the 99% of hundreds of thousands transsexuals and transvestites are male to female. It's guys who want to wear women's clothing, guys who want to make up, guys who want to submit to mistresses and dominatrix. It's all about guys.
That's not like the majority of guys.
It's a huge percentage.
That's like saying, 99% of retarded people can't fucking figure out math.
No, but I'm saying that.
You know, because they're fucking retarded.
Why there are no transsexuals who want to be
See, I'm trying to shut the fuck up, but he just made a point that you completely didn't acknowledge. He just made a very logical
higher percentage
analogy.
than you would think. A very high percentage.
What he's saying is who gives a fuck?
But that's not guys.
What guy wants to be a transvestite?
Yeah.
We're
Why?
talking about guys who are fucking guys who want to fuck
girls.
women.
And also,
why? Because you're saying to me that it sucks being a woman and that all women want to be guys. That women hate being women.
I agree with Patrice. You said at one point, you said guys dress up like women because they want to control that thing.
No, they don't want to control that. They want to be that. They don't want to control anything. They want to get rid of their dick. They want to become women. They want to dress up. They want to be pretty. They want to be cute little girls.
And they want to be
because it's empowering. Yeah.
But they're
so
crazy.
Why do they want to?
But we're talking about regular dudes.
Can I jump in here?
Oh, well, that is.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
Dr. Z, how do we get ass to mouth going? A little ass to mouth this weekend.
That is a question that I've asked myself.
Yeah,
and my girlfriend.
It's on a lot of people's minds.
Have some wipes so you can wipe it off after you pull it out of the ass.
It might be good in a porno, but
you know what? It's
you don't want that.
You know what? You know what E. coli is?
Not logical
you know what
when it comes to regular relationships.
And you know what? It's not only illogical.
That's not marriage
material. It causes a bad stomach ache.
Bad
stomach ache.
Yeah, you're gonna get a stomach ache.
Yeah, E. coli, guys. E. coli.
Ass to mouth will give you a bad stomach.
Okay, now, is there?
Yeah. Yeah. And to be fair, thinking about it, Patrice's thing isn't even really picking up girls. What he's talking about relationships and yeah. But yeah, she's driving me mad. I was kind of like, I went on her side, but she had some valid points, but she's just gone way off, going on about like what, like that is such a non-point. It's like you're debating with a guy who's a guy who likes women and is just a normal cis, as they call it nowadays, but we just call it normal. And you're saying, well, these guys want to be women. What about that? It's like, well, what's that got to do with me? It's like saying, yeah, Ted Bundy wanted to kill women. What about that? Like, well, I'm not him. What are you? Yeah. And I'll give you a reason why men want to change to women. Yeah, because like I say, as a man, they got no attention. If you can have the surgery and make yourself kind of look a bit hot, you're going to get attention like you've never had before. And most men have never had that. But yeah, she is just got. But like I say, more than her, it is OP and the other guy that's driving me mad. But I'm completely, and I think Anthony is too. Anthony's staying quiet, but I think he's completely there with Patrice too, understanding exactly what Patrice is talking about. Yeah, yeah, but it is, and it's like the last girl I was with. The big argument that ended everything was because she said to me that she's nice to people. I'd literally, she isn't. She ain't nice to people. And I was just like that's the thing. I can't listen. Like, and that's where I was saying to her as well. Is you say you want honesty. I'm telling you, you're not. That's being honest with you. You're not nice to people. You boy people off. You're rude. Like, so what? You think I'm rude and a horrible person now? You are. And then you're gonna sit there and go, "I'm a nice person." Yeah, yeah. This is getting me way more annoyed than I thought it was going to. Put it that way. But I can feel Patrice's like. I feel it. I feel it. I'm with you, Patrice. But yeah, that's part two. Sweet.